G'day, folks. So, X-Men Dark Phoenix is getting butchered online. Oh, apparently it's terrible. That's the word around town. Now, I haven't seen it, and I have no intention of seeing it because, I don't just go and watch any movie, for the sake of it so I can put it on this channel. I only watch stuff I'm interested in, and I have no interest in watching that. I don't want to see Sansa Stark hammered up on screen, with crappy makeup and CGI effects making her look sinister and evil. She'll always just be that little girl from Game of Thrones to me. Sorry, she's kind of typecast in that way. It'll take one hell of a amazing performance for her to break that mold, I think. But it just got me thinking that, with franchises like X-Men and all the Marvel superheroes and all that, even Batman, they feel very tired now. They just keep rehashing them, rebooting them, and they're not really that different. Each iteration is pretty much a carbon copy of the same, just with a few minor details tweaked, change the actor, change the soundtrack, change the story a little bit here and there, add a twist or two. That's it. None of it's really a whole new take on it. And it just made me think that maybe it's time to just put these characters to rest for a while. Give them a few decades to, to just, be forgotten a little bit so that you can really reboot it in a fresh way that feels different. I mean, when you're rebooting it every 5 to 10 years, characters like Spider-Man and Batman and the Joker and the X-Men and all that, when you're rebooting them that often, they lose their interest. There's nothing interesting about them anymore when, it just feels like the same old tired crap, just a little different. That's all. And that's boring now. So why not put them to rest and make some new characters, or adapt characters and stories that haven't been adapted before. Do something original, Hollywood, And that doesn't mean just, original for the sake of original, crappy characters that are new. Good ones. How hard is it to make a good original movie? Seriously, are you that bereft of talent? Is Hollywood become, a giant Sahara desert of bloody, creativity? Has it all been, bloody evaporated into the air? I mean, make new stories, make new characters, make new universes. And if you're going to adapt something, make sure it's something that hasn't been adapted for a long time. Like Dune. Dune was ripe for it. It's been 35 years. It'll be 36 years by the time the new one comes out. All right? Fair enough. That's been long enough for it to, be out of our minds for a while. And to, give it a chance to be out of the zeitgeist so that we're not saturated by it and overloaded by it. Marvel's just been for 20 straight years almost. It's too much. Star Wars was ripe for the picking as well to be redone, but they screwed it up. That's the problem there. They had plenty of time there and everyone was waiting for it. It had been, it had been 10 years by the time The Force Awakens came out. But it's not like we had Star Wars movies every year. We had a trilogy 10 years earlier. So, it wasn't that many Star Wars movies. I mean, the real opportunity was back in 99 when The Phantom Menace came out, because it had been like 16 years, I think, since Return of the Jedi had come out. But like I said in my previous video, I don't hate those movies as much as I did before now. And that's thanks to Disney, making a total mess of the sequel trilogy. It made me appreciate the prequels again. But seriously, it's time. It's time for the studios to just do something original, because it's too much rehashing, too much remakes, Once you start remaking some old 50s movies again, but please do them justice though. They remade War of the Worlds and I didn't really like the remake very much. And I am a fan of Spielberg's movies. But, you know, I remember hearing rumors like 10 years ago they were going to make When Worlds Collide again, and they were going to make a whole bunch of other ones, Forbidden Planet, and these never came to fruition. Those ones are ripe to be remade, but you got to treat them with respect. Respect the storyline, respect the characters, and then you can add your CGI as a nice, you know, added extra. Don't make that the focus of the movie. That's the problem with a lot of them nowadays. The focus is the special effects. All right? That's got to come secondary. Characters first. So, if you want to remake a movie, make sure it's at least, let's say, minimum 30 years old. All right? Before you redo it again. Otherwise, come up with new characters, or, you know, plow through all the fiction that's out there and come up with something, you know, that hasn't been adapted yet. Or go back to making some more, you know, decent historical dramas, or you know, things regarding historical events that haven't been covered yet or haven't been made for decades, at least 30 years. All right, that's my recommendation to Hollywood, who won't listen to a lowly YouTuber like myself. But oh well, maybe they'll listen to the people when we, you know, stop going to their movies as much as we used to. They feel the box office. All right, so, you know, if we stop going to movies that are just generic crap and generic remakes, then they'll start changing. Okay, we've got to promote more creativity and more quality, and we've got to do it with our wallets, folks. And one last thought. Now, I was always against, you know, remaking of classic movies because of the shit job they usually do when they do remake them. But I just was remembering there have been a few that have been fantastic. Like, for instance, The Thing in 1982. I mean, that was a remake of the 1950s original, The Thing from Another World, but it was closer to the source material Who Goes There, which is a 1940s novel, I believe, short story. And that was a fantastic remake where it was actually better than the original, you know? So, using that as an example, you know, if the studios can, you know, pull their fingers out of their asses and actually deliver some quality and be true to source material, or even just take an original concept, an original film, and just make it better, expand on it, expand on the story, the characters, you know, then why not? Why can't they make it better? But, you know, this is something that, you know, we have to hope for, and we have to force with our participation at the box office, because it ain't going to happen any other way. So I'll leave it there, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me some comments if you are so inclined. God bless you all, and I'll see yous later.